My book club picked a winner in March, and then I read some other books. So, for my in-real-life book club, the Hollywood Booklets, we read V.E. Schwab's new fantasy book, A Darker Shade of Magic. We had read Vicious for book club last fall, and most of us had loved it, so we were sold when this one came out. This is about, I guess, parallel universes, I think 4 of them, and there's certain people born who can travel between those universes, but they are few and far between and extremely valued. This book is about Kel, one of those travelers, and his travels between the universes, which he's nicknamed to tell them apart. Red London, Black, White London, and Grey London. The concept is amazing. I was actually so-so on the book for the first half or so, because while the universe setup was interesting, it was hard to engage with the characters during quite so much world building, but the second half it paid off so well. Victoria Schwab just has a wonderful spare way of telling a story that etches itself onto your brain. Highly recommend this one, read it. I picked up Bittersweet Love, the prequel to White Hot Kiss by JLA. I really liked White Hot Kiss. Granted, the only thing that keeps it in YA is that it's about teenagers. Otherwise, it's about as steamy as New Adult is. But anyways, back to Bittersweet Love. I did not like this one as much as White Hot Kiss. I didn't really like her or him that much, and the story was just It just wasn't White Hot Kiss. I will continue on to White Hot Kiss's sequel and return to characters that I do really like. So I finished my first book off my YA Fantasy TBR list, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, which is about this mysterious home for children with mysterious gifts that this kid Jacob's grandfather used to live at during World War II. After his grandfather's death, Jacob travels to Wells to find it. The plot was actually objectively very interesting, but the writing style was not. I expected writing more like Shatter Me. The plot just called for this elegant, stylized writing, and it was just kind of dull there writing. That kind of disappointed me. I finally finished Stalking Darkness, this second book in the Fantasy Night Runner series. Only took me 3 months. I was on the first book until I got to the end and they teased that Alex and Sarah Gill might have a relationship, and I was like, ooh, I've got to see this. So I read the second book and the relationship part was great, but the rest of the story was kind of boring. So I just don't think I'm going to continue. For some background, this is straight up fantasy. Well, obviously it's not so straight, but it's classic fantasy is what I mean. Alec is Sarah Gill's apprentice as thief, spy, and erstwhile noble. It's got tinges of Zorro in here, and yet it's still boring. I just want more Alex and Sarah Gill and less Zorro knockoff, I guess. So there was this YA series before there was really YA books that I loved as a kid, and I've been rereading them and they've been awful. I stuck it out through the 4th book because I remember that being the best one, and it was, but that's still comparative. It still wasn't a book that I liked. I won't even bother explaining the plot because who really knows? I have no idea what I was thinking as a kid. I truly don't. Ugh. What books did you read as a kid that haven't stood up to the test of time?